When we trod this land, we walk for one reason. The reason is to try to help another man to think for himself. The music of our art is roots music. Music which recalls history. Because without the knowledge of your history, you cannot determine your destiny. The music about the present, because if you're not conscious of the present, you're like a cabbage in this society. Music which tells about the future and the judgment which is to come. The music of our art is roots.
John Peel. He taught us how to live our lives, didn't he? I know I've always looked at John and thought, he's one of the happiest people that I've ever known. And I think that's because he simply never sold out anything he believes in. He also has the love of such an amazing family, and I want to dedicate the show tonight to his beautiful wife, Sheila, his wonderful children, Danda, Flossie, William and Tom, and his 1-year-old grandson, Archie, who he absolutely adores. He is my greatest inspiration, my dream dad, and I know he's probably yours as well. So tonight, let's celebrate the life of our great hero, the single most important man that global musical culture has ever seen, John Peel.
Went up on the stage.
Train Builders. The track is titled Your Song, and before that, one of the many tracks that I robbed from John for my own shows on Radio 1, Jawbone, with something called Heidi High. And we open the show tonight with a piece called Introduction, which you can find on the Misty and Roots album, live at Counter Eurovision. A piece that John actually has embroidered on a bit of cloth and framed in the hallway at Peel Acres, and a piece that he quotes from very regularly, verbatim. Anyway, listen, it's so fantastic that you could join us tonight. I know many of you were listening to Steve Lamac's programme yesterday, and you heard a lot of classics on that show. Tonight, we're going for something slightly different. This is a programme that's been put together by Louise and Hermite, who are John's fearless production team, and it's built to represent some of the music that John and his listeners were really enjoying in present times. And obviously, we would absolutely love to hear from you tonight. Get in touch, john.peel@bbc.co.uk, or of course, you can text us 81199. That's the number you need, 81199, and I'll be tossing out a few of my own favourite anecdotes about the great man himself as well. The first of which, I have to tell you, one of the first things we ever did at Radio 1 when I joined this network about 8 years ago, me and John, was bond over toothpaste. And I don't think a lot of people know this, but John used to have this kind of meticulous habit. I've got it as well, that both of us used to love to clean our teeth before we went on air. And I'm not sure whether or not that he's kind of maintained that in his latter years. But certainly, when I first met him, he always loved to clean his teeth, and I heard quite recently that in earlier times, maybe going back to the 60s or 70s, he would actually shower before every single programme as well. So, as I say, get in touch. We would really love to hear from you tonight. 81199, that's the number you need if you want to text, or john.peel@bbc.co.uk. Jeff Mills next. Punisher, Last Confession.
Full live at Phoenix on Radio 1.
It's The Fall, of course. One of John's favourite bands, the track Pearl City, actually introduced there by his son William. Anyway, listen, thank you so much for all the texts, the emails, all the dialogue that you're having on the message boards at Radio 1. I have to say, not just all of us sitting in this room today, but I think the entire network has been completely overwhelmed with the response and the amazing kind of emotional outpouring that we've had from everybody. Keep your texts and all your emails coming in tonight. 81199 is the text number, john.peel@bbc.co.uk. I've got one here actually from Neil McNeil, who's just written to say, John Peel was an absolute godsend, opening a Pandora's musical box that has never ceased to amaze, amuse, educate and entertain. And for that, I am forever in his debt, as I think we all are. Next tonight, this is Soft Machine, The Moon in June.
like our longer tunes. It seemed polite to cut them down to little bits. They might be hits. Who gives an after all? Tell me, how would you feel in the place of John Peel? You just can't please all of the musicians all the time. Playing now is lovely here in the BBC. We're free to play almost as long and as loud as a jazz group or an orchestra on Radio 3. There are dance halls and theatres with acoustics worse than here. Not forgetting the extra facilities such as the tea machine just along the corridor. So to all our mates like Kevin, Caravan and the old Pink Floyd, allow me to recommend Top Gear, despite its extraordinary name. Yes, playing now is lovely here in the BBC. We're free to play almost as long and as loud as the foreign language classes and that John Cage interview and the jazz groups and the orchestras on Radio 3. Pop stars drink each other's wine, plough each other's earth, hoping for companionship and then perhaps rebirth. Plant seeds in fresher plots of earth, bound up in concepts and dreams and fears of worse things to come. They never do, things stay the same. Music making still performs the normal functions. Background noise for people eating and talking and drinking and smoking. That's alright by us, don't think that we're complaining. After all, it's only leisure time, isn't it? I could almost sing this song in a nice tone of voice if I had to. I'd be glad to. It's awfully nice to be here, so let's open the beer and get tipsy. We'd be mad too. But if you sound refined, you just can't blow the mind of a kiddie or young lady. And if you come from the slum, you just can't fool
Machine on The John Peel Show. The track is titled The Moon in June. Thank you once again for all your emails and your text messages that are flooding in tonight. I've got an absolutely fantastic one here from Jeffrey Corns, who's written to say, John was drenched and miserable at Buxton Festival in 1973, and so were we. A couple of days later, in his Sounds music paper column, he mentioned that while he was in the veggie tent, there were two Hells Angels walking past, and commented, look at that Puff eating Puff's food in the Puff's tent. And we've got a brilliant one here from Del Franklin, who writes to say, my fondest memory of John was in the 1980s when he was playing a charity football match, Radio 1 versus Radio Cambridgeshire. Me and my mates, knowing John's love of Liverpool, thought we'd wind him up by chanting, Everton, Everton, Everton at him. He turned round, looked directly at us and made an absolutely obscene gesture, and then just pulled that wonderfully cheeky smile. I'll never forget that memory. It'll stay with me forever. I have to say, there are so many urban myths about John, aren't there? And I did confront him quite recently, just in the last couple of weeks, about one of them. We all know what a massive fan of Liverpool Football Club he is. And it was said that back in the day, if you were a fan of a rival team, you weren't allowed across the threshold at all at Peel Acres. And I did say to John, is this a true story? And he said, well, you know, it's not strictly true, but if you're an Arsenal fan, or indeed a Man U fan, you'd have a great deal of difficulty accessing the Axminster at Peel Acres. And I think he was quite annoyed with himself in recent times that he'd become a bit more lenient about who actually got across the threshold of the house, and he decided that he might put that law back into place again. You know, if you're an Arsenal chance, you haven't got a prayer. Next tonight, I'm going to play a track from Venetian Snares. This is another one that I first heard John Peel playing on his programme. Went charging through from another part of the building and said, I've got to have that record, I've got to have that record. And he gave it to me. This is called Fine Candice. Very eccentric indeed.
Child killer.
Loco covering Wilson Pickett's track In the Midnight Hour, and that's one of John's favourites. He loves to play that when he's throwing it down at Fabric in London. And Louise and her mate were saying, you know, John so rarely ever dances, but every single time that record comes out of the box, you see the shoulders going first, and then the tummy, and then you just see him grooving away behind the decks, and that's kind of as close to Peel cutting a bit of rug as you're ever going to get. So we thought it would be impossible really to do a programme tonight and not include it. Before that, of course, you heard Venetian Snares with a track called Fine Candice, and we've just got a fantastic email here from Alan and Maureen from Essex is Essex. They say big fans of the show, and they've written to say they've got so many fond memories of John, and met him on several occasions, normally at one of the excellent Maida Vale sessions, and they were just talking about Venetian Snares, one of their favourite bands, and a time when John actually played a Venetian Snares track and then the CD jammed and nobody seemed to realise. After about 17 minutes, they're all looking thinking, is this track ever going to finish? But yeah, thank you again for all these wonderful messages that are coming in tonight. I just picked this one up from the Radio 1 message board, which you can find online, www.bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. It's from Just a Girl, and I think she echoes the sentiments of many of us. She says, I have to say I'm absolutely shocked at how much the passing of the great John Peel has left me feeling so gutted. As a listener, he was a true inspiration, and to all walks of life. I'm 21 years old, I'm a student. My mum loves him just as much as me. She's 50 and always listens to him on her way back from her line dancing classes. Oh, brilliant. Also got a fantastic email here from Andrew Pang, who says, I was lucky enough to win tickets to see Ash playing at a session at the BBC's Maida Vale studios with John. We hung around afterwards to meet the band, by which time the tube had shut, and being poor students, we had nowhere to go and no money to get us home. John kindly let us share his taxi back to central London and even gave us some extra money to find a place to sleep for the night. Everyone's ultimate dad and father to us all. John.Peel@bbc.co.uk. That's the address you need if you want to get in touch tonight. Or, of course, you can text us 81199. We're with you till 1 o'clock this morning. Next, this is Ball Boy covering Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
First kick I took was when I hit the ground, and you end up like a dog that's been beaten too much, till you spend half your life just covering up. So they put a rifle in my hand and they sent me off to a foreign land to go and kill the yellow they're still there, but he's all gone, 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 gone. He had a woman he loved in Saigon. I've got a picture of him in her arms. Well, she's still there, but he's all gone, 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 gone. out of the refinery. I've been 10 years burning down this road. I've got nowhere to run, I've got nowhere to go. I was born in the USA. I was born in the USA. I was born in the USA. I've got nowhere to run, I've got nowhere to hide.
It's Ball Boy on the John Peel Show, the track Born in the USA. And I do have a question for Peel fans out there worldwide. A few years ago, I know that John made a trip on the QE2 to New York City, and he was a columnist at the time for the Radio Times, and the Radio Times has actually put this trip together. And as part of the package, you got a talk from the 3 star columnists of the day, who were John Peel, Alan Hansen and Barry Norman. Now, apparently, Peel said to me, they all copped out, he said, because Barry Norman introduced a film, Alan Hansen did a sports quiz, and I said to John, but what did you do? And he said, well, I told the story of my life. And I thought, oh, how remarkable. I wish I would have been in that audience and heard that story. But apparently there are videos that exist of all of these 3 things: Barry Norman's film introduction, Alan Hansen's sports quiz, and the story of John Peel's life. So if you were on that trip on the QE2 and you have one of those videos, please get in touch with us. john.peel@bbc.co.uk, or you can text us, of course, 81199. That's the number you need, 81199, because we would absolutely love to see this. The Black Keys are next.
Hi, I'm Dan.
I'm Patrick, and we're the Black Keys. You're listening to the John Peel Show
On BBC Radio 1.
Smile, but you don't know it's door to door, playing you for the fool. Let him go, walk out your door, come to me, I'm gonna set you free. I set you free. I set you free. I set you
The Black Keys in session for John Peel. The track is titled Set You Free. We went to see them in London in King's Cross last night. They were playing at the Scala, and there was a standing ovation for John after the band covered Teenage Kicks for him. Next, his favourite demo, well, of the moment probably, isn't it? A band that he says records an album a week, and he absolutely loved them, principally because there's not a single person called Steve in the band, which is why they're named Steveless. The track is titled Follow, and they are one of so many bands who simply sent in a demo to John. He decided that he loved them and booked a session with them immediately. And I've got to tell you this incredible story about John. Many years ago, he told me that he got a letter from the Thin White Duke himself, David Bowie, saying, I'm a struggling artist, I don't have a record deal, I've got some amazing songs, I wonder if you could help me out. And John actually sent him some of his own money to record a demo. And he said at that point as well, he was pretty skint himself. I mean, he could barely afford a round, and yet he was still financing David Bowie's earliest demos. Absolutely incredible. John.Peel at bbc.co.uk if you want to get in touch tonight, or of course you can text us 81199. That's the number you need. Comprehensive track listings are available for this show and indeed every other one of them this week at the Radio 1 website, www.bbc.co.uk/Radio 1, and you can leave your messages of condolences up there on the message board as well. Thank you so much for everybody who's left these wonderful, emotive messages. They mean so much to all of us at Radio 1. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This is John E. Cash next. First grime track ever played on Radio 1. Absolutely filthy this is. It's called Battle. Cash on the John Peel Show on BBC Radio 1. The track is titled Battle, and we want to put a big shout out to all the Grime crew. Thank you so much for all your texts to Johnny Cash, Paul Rose, Digital Mystics, Plastic Man, Purple, and everybody else whose records John Peel's been playing on this programme. The production team, Louise and Hermie, give me their solemn vow that you will continue to have their support on Radio 1 for a long, long time to come yet. Thanks again for all your texts and emails that are flooding in tonight. I've just got an absolutely fantastic one from Graham Kemp in Wirral, which I've got to share with you. He says, I was 11 years old when John first aired that Soft Machine track that you've just played, and I remember how his show seemed then to beam from another planet. In a way, he's played basically the same role in my life ever since. I got in touch with him several times over the years and always got a reply, either on air or in his own meticulous handwriting, usually accompanied by an offer of beer, which sadly I never got round to. My favourite quote of John's, circa 1973, in respect of ELP, is this: mixing classical music and rock is like grafting a tomato onto the back of a hairbrush. Oh, magnificent. Thank you so much, Graham. Thank you very much indeed. The next track that we have for you tonight is something from Nina Nastasia. She herself suggested that we play this for you tonight because it was only ever available as a Peel session and recorded originally in France with Steve Albini producing. Just untitled, but she wanted you to hear it.
Hey, you there, leaning alone on that stair. Have I seen you before out in front of someone else's door? Does your boyfriend look like a hero, though he's only so on the wrong side of town? Are you no longer a stranger to a life you once looked down upon? Oh, you look like a doll, hardly saying nothing at all, with your eyes to the ground, counting everything round. Now your friends hardly know you, they talk about you every once in a while, and you wonder how much has happened since the last time they stayed the same. And you say, please, I don't want to lose myself to change. Here I can almost feel you close again. And you're going home after 8 or 9 years, and your daddy has died. They say you never even tried, and you have so many secrets locked away in the back of your eyes, and they've only made you weary, and you've severed all of your ties. But will you ever really go? Will you ever really stay? Are you frightened the most when you're left all alone? Do you hear the voice of your daddy when the blackness of night hits the ground? Is there something still in the distance that keeps you awake without a sound? And you say, please, I don't wanna lose myself to change.
sometimes speaks of you the way that you want him to. Late at night he'd reminisce over the lips he used to kiss, and his hand upon your hip. Why don't you send him a line? 'Cause I'm almost certain that he's going crazy for 2 seconds of your love. 2 seconds of your love is all I need of you. 2 seconds of your time, that's enough to say we're through. 2 beats of your heart is enough to know we'll never part. 2 seconds of your love, it's all I ever want. I never thought that he'd go that far. Lost his job and he stole a car, and he's running back to you the way that you want him to. Late at night I reminisce over the lips I used to kiss, and your hand upon my wrist. Why don't you send me a line? I'm almost certain that I'm going crazy for 2 seconds of your love. 2 seconds of your love is all I need of you. 2 seconds of your time, that's enough to say we're through. 2 beats of your heart is enough to know we'll never part. 2 seconds of your love, it's all I ever want. 2 seconds of your love is all I need of you. 2 seconds of your time, that's enough to say we're through. 2 beats of your heart is enough to know we'll never part. 2 seconds of your love, it's all I ever want.
Laura Cantrell, a track titled 2 Seconds from the album Not the Trembling Kind, which I note is autographed to Hermit here from Laura. Now, Hermit, there is a very specific reason for this, isn't there?
Well, it's basically because the first time I met Laura, I was quite in awe of her, because John, that was actually the first record that John gave to me, was When the Roses Bloom Again, and one night I just listened to it for 11 hours non-stop, and I told Laura this story, and she was like, okay, you're a bit of a freak, in her kind of like American New York accent, which I can't do, and then, yeah, we just like had a great session that night, and
Louise can expand on the great session bit.
Yeah, the great session. Hermit picked up Laura's guitar at the end of the night.
Drink had been taken,
took it out of the case, plonked the guitar on Laura's lap and started singing 2 seconds at her until she started accompanying him along on the guitar, and he just wouldn't let her rest until she sung the whole thing.
She joined in.
Yeah, she got into the spirit of it, and Laura, thank you, because we had a great night.
Yeah.
Wasn't this also the evening that you burst into John's bedroom, Hermes, at about 4 a.m. and began trampolining on he and Sheila's bed for some inexplicable reason.
It was the drink. I don't know what happened. It was bizarre, but yeah, no, I did do that, and I felt really embarrassed the next day. But John was really cool. But the worst thing is that he was like, "Hermes, get out of my room, and stuff like, because I was trying to get into bed with him and Sheila, and John hurt his head on the beam, and I felt really bad the next day. I was like, "How's your head?" He's like, "How's your head?"
You're an absolute disgrace. Do you know that?
Yes.
Shit Matt next on Radio 1. This track is titled "There's No Business Like Proper Rungle Proper Rungle Clotted Mash-Up Business." Let's hear it.
There's no business like business like no business I know. There's no business like business like no business I know. There's no business like business like no business I know. There's no business like business like business like
burn that.
Okay, we're moving now, folks.
We're bringing the real match-up business, brand new match-up business. We're bringing the real originality business, the full-set business.
Business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything that traffic will allow. Oh, where could you get that happy feeling when you are stealing, when you are stealing, when you are
chop you up just like salami.
Rewind for your mind, jump in for the top of the radar, jump, rewind for your mind.
Talk about who's sampling, never learn just like that. Okay. Them sampling zone, the people sampling clear, taking personal, vibes run that track, then dead already.
Hello there, it's John in our hotel room in Lima, and we've been trying to make contact with, we haven't even had a chance to go to a record shop, but I was wondering whether you, through your international connections, could see whether there are indeed any sort of dancing, records being made in Peru, and if you could get in touch with anybody and who might be releasing them, who would be interested in having us hear them, because they could leave them at the Swiss Hotel in San Isidro, Sanisidro, because we'll be back here in a couple of weeks' time. So if you can find something out, San Isidro and the Swiss Hotel, for addressed to Mr. Ravenscroft. They may not want to do it, and I say, fuck off, buy your own records, but we haven't a chance to get into any shops. See you soon. Bye-bye.
the bands that myself and John share a massive passion for. Mogwai, the track is titled Hunted by a Freak, and it's the opener from the album Happy Songs for Happy People. And I've got a fantastic story that I've got to share with you about this band. I remember myself and John did a show at Glastonbury when R.E.M. headlined a few years ago. You know, they were helicoptered in, and we were told by R.E.M.'s people that Michael Stipe wanted John to interview him on Radio 1, and it was the only interview that he wanted to do all weekend. And Peel turned around and he said, I'm terribly sorry, we can't possibly take Michael Stipe because we've already confirmed Stuart from Mogwai. And at that point, Mogwai literally had like one EP out, but me and John were so absolutely utterly in love with this record that there was absolutely no way we were going to binge Stuart and take Michael Stipe on the show. And, you know, that's just indicative of exactly the sort of man John is. And, right then, let's crack on. Let's do it. john.peel@bbc.co.uk. Or you can email me, actually, as well. mary.ann.hobbs@bbc.co.uk. 81199 if you want to text us tonight. Thank you so much for all the messages that have been flooding in. I think next we're going to play Stanley Winston. This is a track that Hermit says exists in a very, very magical box, which is full of original 7-inch singles, and this is one of his most treasured possessions. It's called No More Ghettos in America.
You know, today, my friends, so many of us bathing in luxury, fame and fortune, riches, and yet some of us have so little. Some of us today don't even know the ghetto exists in America today. But I don't think there could be another ghetto in America today. Not for me. You know something else today? Some of us have only to look outside our back doors and look into the ghetto. So much sadness and poverty, loneliness. But you know, today, my friends, we got to stamp out the ghetto. There can't be no more ghettos today in America. I don't think there could be any ghettos in America. Not for me.
Winston. The track is titled No More Ghettos in America. And must share this email from Steve Harvey with you. It's absolutely fantastic. He says, my favourite memory of John Peel is when I met him outside the Royal Festival Hall back in 1998. After we discussed the merits of the Jesus and Mary chain, I could see he was itching to get back to his hotel room. In typical John fashion, he turned to me and said, half man, half biscuit should be carried through the sweets of Ipswich as heroes. He then mumbled something about red wine being a panacea to all the world's problems and told me he had to get back to his hotel room where 2 glasses were waiting for him. He said it was his contribution to world peace. Brilliant bloke who has caused the biggest void this country has known in years with his passing. I hope God likes Trout Mask Replica. Oh. John.Peel at bbc.co.uk or 81199 on the text. This next track is Mark Smith versus Safe and Sound. Identify the Beat, it's called. John always said, watch out for the little pixie dance in the middle. And it goes out to Sheila tonight. Happy birthday, Sheila.
Identify the beats.
Serious shit, I feel totally lost. If I'm asking for help, it's only because being with you has opened my eyes. Could I ever believe such a perfect surprise? I keep asking myself, wondering how. I keep closing my eyes, but I can't block you out. Wanna fly to a place where it's just you and me, nobody else, so we can be free. All the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the things you said, all the things you said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things you said. This is not enough. This is not up, feeling cornered and rushed. They say it's my fault, I want her so much. Wanna fly her away, where the sun and the rain coming over my face, wash away all the shame. When they stop and stare, it doesn't worry me, cause I'm feeling for her what she's feeling for me. I can try to pretend, I can try to forget, it's driving me mad, going out of my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said. This is not enough. This is not enough. Mother, looking at me, tell me what you see. Yes, I've lost my mind. Daddy, looking at me, will I ever be free? Have I crossed the line? All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said, all the things she said, running through my head, running through my head. All the things she said. This is not enough.
Cinerama in session for the John Peel Show. The track is called All the Things She Said, and it goes out tonight to the Boy Gedge and the New York crew, Laura, Jeremy, Nina and Kenan. And before that, you heard Mark Smith versus Safe and Sound. Identify the Beat was the title of the track. And I've got an email here from Mark Mayer, who writes to say, the funniest thing I ever saw was John playing Happy Hardcore at 2 p.m. on the main stage at the Big Chill 2003. Just looking at the faces of the chillers as they sat back on their inflatable chairs eating olives and reading the Observer supplement was worth the ticket price alone. I don't think anybody else on the face of God's good earth would have got away with that. What a legend. He'll be sadly missed. 3 Inches of Blood next. This is Destroy the Orcs. goes out to Tom tonight. Bad Company, the track is titled The Hornets. I have to confess, I've robbed so many of Tom's black-hearted drum and bass records for the Breeze Block. Tracks that he originally introduced to John. We have had some absolutely incredible messages of support and of love tonight also. From DJ Fresh from Bad Company, Adam F, Dave Clark, Carl from Underworld's been in touch, Clint from Pop Will Eat Itself, Jack White and Terry Edwards. And we're very much hoping that we're going to be able to get to some of those messages on the programme tomorrow night. Myself and Steve Lamacq will be back between 11 and 1 to continue all this. Next though tonight, this is the Mellies with a track titled Chinese Whispers.
Trips into other towns.
on the John Peel Show. The track is called Chinese Whispers, and I think if we're very swift about it, we might just have time to cram in a couple more tonight. The next of which is going to be something from Lonnie Donegan, who is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of John's favourite artists. And there was about to be a Christmas special, was there not, Louise and her mate, made up of cover versions of Lonnie's remarkable work. And Louise and her mate are saying, well, you know what, if we can still collect up those tracks from the bands that John wanted them to record them, then we'll still play them out on the programme, hopefully. This one was his favourite. It's titled Frankie and Johnny. In typical John Peel fashion, I've just played the wrong record. It had to happen sooner or later on tonight's programme, hadn't it? Hang on a sec, my magic coin's in the wrong place. Here we go. You know what? It wouldn't have been a proper tribute without that moment, would it? And it was legitimate. We did say, shall we play a record at the wrong speed? And then we thought, nah, you know what? If I completely screw up, it's got to come naturally, and it just has done. Try this one instead. Lonnie Donegan.
Sweethearts, lonely how they could love. They swore to be true to each other. It's just two eyes the skies above. He was her man. He wouldn't do her wrong. Well, Frankie and Gianni went walking. Gianni had on a new suit. If Frankie spent $100 to make her man look cute, he was her man. He wouldn't do it wrong. If Frankie said, I'm gonna leave you, but I won't be very long. Don't you wait up for me, honey. Don't you worry while I'm gone. I'm your man. I wouldn't do you wrong. She called for a bottle of beer, and she said to the old bar,
The man who changed John Peel's life forever. That's Lonnie Donegan with John's favourite track, Frankie and Johnny. Just quickly, time for one more email tonight from Mike Harrison in Liverpool, who wrote to tell us about the Finn Brothers gig in Liverpool last night. Apparently they played tribute to John, brought Johnny Marr on stage, and he played There Is a Light, and then after the audience went absolutely nuts, went hell for leather into Teenage Kicks with Johnny on vocals. And Mike says, what a wonderful tribute to an amazing bloke who loved his music and loved Liverpool so much. He'll be so sorely missed. Our final track tonight is Schneider TM, The Light 3000. John Peel, we love you so much. You'll always have a throne in all of our hearts. I'll be back here at 11 o'clock tomorrow night with Steve Lamacq. Trevor Nelson is next, but right now,